Hello, everyone. RBG Kimkid here, back with some more 100 line Last Defense Academy. In the previous video, we got our first choice on the SF route, and we got our first. Then we got another choice after that, and another choice after that, and another choice after that, and we got two endings. Two really good endings. This might actually end up being my favorite route of this game when it's all said and done. But we'll see. I really like these two endings we had. We got the Scent of Lavender, and then we got the Cursed Cycle ending. And the good thing about this one was what happened at the end of ending 100 was a result of this. So yeah. It is curious, though. Like, I know Edo said all the defense units have to survive on this timeline by 10 a.m. But on Mystery Timeline, they're all alive. But Sirei and Nigo are not. Is that the deciding factor? Is like Sirei and Nigo and like whatever have to survive too? Or does it have to be that timeline? It doesn't matter, like, you know, yeah, they all came from a different timeline and they survived, but they need to be the same timelined people. I don't know, maybe that's something we'll learn later on when I go back to the first decision and pick the correct choice. Which leads me to believe, because of what happened on these endings here, at least this one, it led me to believe that we needed to get one of these endings. There's going to be another story lock at some point on that timeline, and we need to get these endings first in order to get that. So yeah. But yeah, Kako G showed up again. This was the Kako G from the mystery timeline when she jumped over. And then we had a choice to either attack or not attack. We chose to attack. As I said in that part, I was like, I'm picking the worst options. The worst options for the choices were, it was, hey, so we learned that, you know, Hiroko lied to us about the mystery route one. So we fixed the Takumi from that mystery route. The suit that Takumi wore had a hole in it, so I got leak damage again. Fell asleep, woke up on day 71. Then the next choice was participate in this battle or not. I chose yes, because I'm like, fuck it, worse battles. Did a battle, fell asleep again, and then Kako G was the result. So I'm very curious what's going to happen here when we don't attack Kako G. At some point, I know, I mean, this was on the loop up here, but I feel like we'll also need to get whatever this ending is, because as we see right here, Tekamaru, Ima, and Darumi are dead. And that means that we could learn their liver mortis codes. And then all that would be left to learn of liver mortis codes would be either Hiroko's or Takumi's, which might result in either the ending of the other choice or whatever other choice will happen on the other timeline from the first choice could happen. That's probably what's going to end up happening. So I hope on this choice here we learn the liver mortis codes. So let's go for it. Let's see what happens. Takumi attacked Kako G and leapt and got leak damage for a third time, but survived for a few days before he ultimately passed out and died. Which, that's where that Hiroko could have learned his liver mortis codes, but what happens if we don't attack? I have a feeling this will lead to ending 60. So that's why I think there will only be this ending and whatever endings on the other choice too it will lead to. So I froze up. I stopped in place. It was because I didn't want to die? Because I value my life too much? And Zomi had thrown aside her own precious life to save me. And yet, despite everything, I couldn't get my legs to move. Oh yeah, we also learned about this fucking woman in a white coat as well. That when Takumi went after Kakoji, and then when Takumi passed out, Hiroko said a woman in a white coat showed up. So we'll probably see her maybe in this. We'll see that person in this timeline. Woman in a white coat. That just sounds very familiar to the Futurums here. When I snapped back to reality, two of them had already disappeared. Particles of light flickered in the air. They jumped to another timeline. Takumi, snap out of it and chase after Kakoji. I figured out where they're heading from the log. The machine's all set to go. Are you listening? Right. Hiroko and I put on our leap suits. Make sure mine didn't have holes in it. I'm actually curious what timeline we're on here, or if it's a non-specified timeline. Jump timelines to go after Kakoji. And we resumed our search for her. But she was nowhere to be found in the city ruins. Go to the mountains! That's where she said her ship was. Turned our attention to the mountains in the northeast. Kakoji had likely gone there in search of her spacecraft. Unfortunately, though, Takumi, I'm sorry, but this is it. We can't go any further. Are you crazy? Kakoji's gotta be in those mountains. We need to keep going. The timeline is getting closer. This is as far as we can go if we're going to make it back to the lab in time. No. We're not giving up on Nozomi. We'll find her eventually. I'm sure of it. No. But now's not the time. There's nothing more we can do. We can't leave the others to fight Veshness without us tomorrow. Thought you weren't going to let me fight. I wasn't, but... And I'm staying here. What? I'm staying here in this timeline to find Kakoji. And Nozomi too. Don't be ridiculous. Hey! Just go back without me. I'll keep looking on my own. Can't abandon Nozomi. I'll do whatever it takes to save her. Takumi. Good luck with the battle tomorrow. I know you'll do fine. With that, I started to run off to the northeastern mountains.
Wait! Takumi! Takumi! Takumi!
Snake! 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 I heard Hiroko yell my name over and over again, but I just kept running, never once glancing back. So, sometime after I arrived at the mountains, it was eerily still and silent all around me. Not so much as the rustling of leaves to be heard. Crawled my way through the bushes, climbed up cliff sides, and crawled along the ground in search of Kakoji and Nozomi. But I couldn't find them. Couldn't find anything, not even a clue leading me to the right direction. Seriously, what timeline did I jump into? Day 99. Day 100. At last, it was day 100, 10 a.m., and then... What timeline did you go on, I wonder? I probably could have had at least this ending on the other timeline, but I guess not. Or on the other part, but oh well. My consciousness was rent to ash, vanishing without a trace. All that remained was regret, lingering like an eternal grudge. Alright, what ending is this? Is it gonna be ending 60? I'm guessing ending 60. 57. The Coward's Final Day. Final days, excuse me. So then, will the one up there be it? Yep. So we didn't get the liver mortis codes on this one either. Alright, I guess maybe the liver mortis codes just aren't a thing, or we just find them on the other timeline then. I don't know. I thought for sure that's what would happen, is that we would remember all that stuff. So then will this one be ending 60? Maybe. I don't know. It feels so weird how the numbers line up, if I'm being completely honest. Like, it doesn't make sense. I probably could have had at the end of the last video, but that's fine. It's fine.
Huh?
Fine. I won't go. You've made a wise decision. But it's not because I don't want to die. It's only because I don't want to get in your way. Plus, it's very likely that all the exertion of the battle would make this illness worse. If I really do end up dying, we won't break free of the time loop. You're doing this for me too, aren't you? I nodded. Thank you. I'm glad you decided to be reasonable. Get some rest tomorrow. Please, I'm an expert in getting rest at this point. Hiko smiled at my little joke before she left. It didn't take long for everyone else to show up in my room. It must have been a shock for them to see me awake after I'd been unconscious for so long. They cheered, they cried, they danced happy dances. Once all the emotions settled down, they carried me outside and tirelessly threw me into the air over and over again. Such a bunch of lovable idiots. He welled up in my chest. Yeah, they're lovable idiots. Like I said, we're on the most serious route, but also the most unserious route. And that's saying a lot when there's a route literally called the fucking comedy route, of me saying that this is one of the most unserious routes. But it made me feel all the more frustrated. I won't be able to fight for them tomorrow. I won't be able to protect them. I'm supposed to be their captain, their leader. I couldn't help feeling overwhelmed with regret. It's fine. Day 72. Day 73.
Good morning. Well, good evening. And welcome to day 73, actually.
I had absolutely no memory of the previous day. I wasn't even sure how or when I fell asleep the day before that. I asked Hiroko what happened, and she explained.
It's the leap damage again. If you take it easy for a while, the symptoms should subside.
How long is a while, exactly?
More than 2 or 3 days, I can tell you that much.
And yesterday's battle?
It was trivial. Nothing but cannon fodder.
Yeah, Delshaw's not showing up until day 80,
Oh,
whatever.
I'm glad it went well.
You don't sound like you mean that. Are you upset?
A little. I feel like I got benched before the game even started.
Hiriko's expression softened a little.
Can you stand?
Huh?
I'm asking if you're able to move.
Probably.
I mean,
If
technically,
I try.
you did get benched before the game started, Takumi.
All right. Then come with me. I have something to discuss with you.
What? We went to the wrong timeline? Wait, what? Keep it down. What if everyone hears you? Yeah, no, I have no idea what she's talking about now. Are we no longer in the We're no longer in the SF timeline. Wait a minute. So you're saying on day 50 we didn't go to the killer timeline, but the zombie timeline? Oh, no, that's what she meant. Also, yes, that's exactly what happened. And that's right. What did you realize? This afternoon, I went to expect the PLM and noticed when I was checking the logs. And that's why the zombie timeline Takumi was normal. Yeah. Okay, so I think where I'm at right now, this is where we're going to explain. Maybe this is where they will explain how the Takumi. I mean, this does explain it. So hold on. I mean, it's kind of one of those things where I hate. On one hand, I'm somewhat happy that they have the slasher route. They call the slasher route and the zombie route different routes. But up here, they're both called slasher routes. I like that in a way, but I kind of wish they changed this one to be called the zombie route then. If they were just going to have that be like the thing here, like, was there any endings that happened over here beforehand? I don't think so. Yeah, see, so this is where it splits to the comedy route or slash route. This still could have been a blank route. This still could have been blank. I mean, they did that for second scenario. Actually, no, they didn't. Eventually, I think everything became called second scenario afterwards because it was all one line. But this one stays all one line until here. So they could have straight up called this one the slasher route and this one the zombie route. They could have done that. Granted, that would have lowered the slasher route endings to, I think they would have just cut them both in half. They each would have just had 4 endings, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. So you have slasher route 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, see? You'd have these 4 endings would be the zombie routes, and then these 4 would have been the slasher routes. Yeah, so because this is the here. This is where Takumi becomes a zombie. This is where. Oh no, they couldn't do that because. What happens up here? Oh no, that's comedy route. This is slasher route, but everyone's a zombie up here. This is one where I'm zombie. Slasher, but I was dead. So maybe that was Kako over here. So I don't know. I kind of wish they did that too, but like on one hand, I kind of see why they didn't. But yeah, I was cured on day 50 by us. So I didn't end up becoming a killer in the zombie branch. Yes. How could you mess that up? Excuse me. Have you forgotten? You're the one who set the machine that time. She's right. I was the one who decided we should go to the serial killer timeline. I've been responsible for setting up the machine. 10 minutes past the beginning of the leap window at that time. I configured the machine quickly to regain the time we lost. Clearly I'd screwed up. It was a careless mistake that ended up putting us on the wrong timeline. Gotta be kidding me. If we call the serial killer Takumi 2, that means Takumi 2 still hasn't been cured. I'm afraid not. How are you so calm about this? I'm always calm. Well, not always. There's some situations where you're not. Continue our discussion as we change locations. Kirko, when are the blood space waves going to surge again? Use the device and check for yourself. It's tonight, 12:05 a.m. Just a little past midnight. Technically, that's tomorrow, day 74.
Hey!
Not arguing the details with you. So what do we do? We leap. Where? Serial killer timeline, obviously. Today's day 73. Takumi 2 has already killed 4 people. Ava, Moko, Takamaru, and Kurara. But if we jump now and cure him, we can at least prevent him from committing further murders, right? We can build a new rail where Takumi 2 stops his criminal spree. I messed up the settings, so I have to take some responsibility for what he did after day 50. It's only right I make up for that. We can't just let him run wild, can we? I understand where you're coming from. Unfortunately, there are 2 reasons we can't go and fix him tonight. 2 reasons? First, look at the device again. When does the leap window close? 12:35 a.m. Exactly. We'd only have 30 minutes. Even if we run full speed from the lab to the school, that journey would eat up all our time. It's not possible to heal Takumi 2 and make it back. Then, what if we just stay there? Have you lost your mind? We have no idea when this blood spaces waves will surge again. There's no telling when we'll be able to come back. And even if time wasn't an issue, we still wouldn't be able to fix Takumi 2. Too much time has passed since the Gi awakened. The Gi data will have already eroded every last nook and cranny of his brain. So then why do we even try to heal Kako 2? Or Kako 3, whatever Kako that is. Why the hell did we ever try to do that? I feel like it's one of those things where, and granted, I don't know. The program will no longer be enough to remove the glitch. And this is why you need to give up on the idea of making him better. Is that clear? Takumi 2 can't be healed. He can't be healed. The words repeat in my mind like a haunting echo. Just then, somewhere in the maelstrom of thoughts came an idea. All this means is that I need to kill Takumi 2 myself. Yeah, well, guess what? Still not enough time. "12:05 a.m. Found myself in the lab alone. I wasn't sure how I got there. It reminds me of something Hiroko said.
Serious sleep damage can affect the brain and rob you of your memories and your ability to reason.
Memory issues aside, my reasoning still seems intact to me. I was being completely rational. You are? The window's only 30 minutes. By the time we get to the school, it'll already be past 30 minutes. Oh, no. Wait a... Oh. 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 I know exactly where this is going. We are going to this one. Right? Yeah, we're going to this one. Right? No, we're going to this one. We're going to the one where I died. We are making this branch. We are making the branch where Nozomi, Shoma, and Koishika are the only ones alive. And then eventually... So that's this Takumi. The Takumi that's there is the Takumi that killed everyone here, or killed Nozomi in whatever ending it was here. Where the stand and fight one? Yeah, the stand and fight where Nozomi fought. So that's the Takumi there. He lost all sense of reasoning and everything because of the leap damage. I was being completely rational. The fuck you were. If I let Takumi 2 continue to run loose, more of my friends would end up dead. If we can't cure him, I need to get rid of him. That was the rational conclusion I'd come to after calm and careful consideration. The fuck it was. That's right. And that's why I came here. To kill myself. That's what's gonna happen. We are making... Time to head to the serial killer timeline. That's because... Yeah. What happens? That is what happens. We are making the... We are branching that off again. 1:30 a.m. By the time I made it to school, the leap window had long since closed. It looked like I'd be staying here for a while. But that didn't concern me in the moment. I was too focused on fulfilling my goal. I was still wearing my leap suit. The idea of killing myself while being recognizable made me uncomfortable. I wanted to consider Takumi 2's feelings too. He'd be able to rest easier thinking he was killed by a mysterious stranger rather than knowing he'd be killed by himself. Just then, I realized I was holding something tightly on my hands. The buzzsaw. It was a power saw. I had no recollection of where it came from. Maybe I picked it up on the way here? Huh. Anyway, better go look for Takumi 2. Yep. But then eventually he kills literally everyone but Shoma, Nozomi, and Koichika. My consciousness was fading in and out again. Suddenly I was in a first floor hallway. Didn't have to look far. Takumi 2 was right there in front of me. So was Nozomi 2. Eek! Nozomi, run! This way! The moment they spot me, their faces contorted in terror and they began to run. Couldn't let them get away. I hefted my power saw and gave chase. Maybe the reason why he stays is because the queen goes and infects someone else. And he kills all the people that it infected. Leading to Nozomi being the only one, or the final one that got infected, maybe? Also, wasn't there 2 people in the leap suits at that ending where Nozomi stood and fight? I think so. I think there was 2 there. I can't remember. And this is where they split up. And this is where Takumi died. Takumi died that day. Takumi 2 died that day. I finally cornered Takumi 2 at the top of the staircase. I was slowly closing distance between us. I raised the power saw and then... I was sure how. Maybe he slipped, but Takumi 2 fell backwards, trembling down the stairs. I quickly followed him down. There he was, sprawled on the ground. His face was twisted in agony. He seemed barely conscious. He must have hit his head. That's my chance. I can kill him right here. Will I get a choice? I fiercely rushed over to Takumi 2, holding the power saw high above my head. I just couldn't do it. Kill myself? How? How could I possibly do that to myself? I lost my strength, lowered the power saw, slipped out my hands, and clattered to the floor. Suddenly, Takumi 2's eyes fell open. There was a sinister light in them. Oh! Ho, 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 ho! This is more clever! Takumi 2 is going to kill me he'll see that it's Takumi in there. So that Takumi is going to take over. And this Takumi is going into the suit. That is fucking clever. That is way better. I was like, that doesn't, like, in my mind, I'm like, how does this make sense? Why would this Takumi be the one that kills Nozomi in this timeline and kill everyone else? It's because I wasn't able to kill myself. It's this Takumi. He sees that I'm the one in there, and he's like, oh, I can make this work. So he switches us. Fucking brilliant! As soon as I saw it, I knew what it meant. It was the Gi. The Gi was awake. It was inside Takumi 2's brain. In fact, Takumi 2 is no longer with us. It made more sense to call him Takumi G, while the Gi had control of his body. The next moment, Takumi G swiftly scooped out the power saw from the floor. Yep. That's exactly what's going to happen. My back slashed. I fell to the floor. I could feel how horribly deep the wound was, but strangely it didn't hurt. Maybe my spinal cord had been severed, preventing the pain from reaching my brain. Soon after that, Takumi G made a series of strange decisions. He removed my leap suit. Then he dressed me in a replica class armor made with the Gift-O-Matic. I wasn't sure what the purpose of that was, it just happened. Once I was in the class armor, he got into a position beside me. Then, as if to further torment me, he maliciously shredded my back with a power saw. When he was finally finished with his incomprehensible course of action, Takumi G left with a satisfied grin on his face. All that remained was my body, dressed in class armor, or more accurately, my corpse. After all, I stopped breathing a long time ago. Yep. That is fucking brilliant! That is... And then... Oh, that is wonderful. That is great. I love that. That has to be ending 60, right? A form of suicide. Yep, ending 60. So we have 4 endings left, and they're all 50s. Fucking brilliant. Fucking brilliant. So that's what happened there. That is awesome. I love how it's all tying together. Now the one... Okay, so... Now the only thing that's left for me to try to think of how it makes sense now is this. The zombie route. The zombie route where I killed Nozomi. Because this is the route where I become... This is the route where I get infected. At one of these endings. I can't remember which one it was. I think it was 76 because that was the one we needed. Called the History Repeating. Which makes so much sense now why it's called History Repeating. Is because we get... At the start of this route, we're infected. But then at the end, we get cured in between. And then we get infected again. That is beautiful. No. Don't return to the title screen. That is great. Now, where the fuck am I? Box of Blessing. Box of Calamity. Coming of Age. Romance. So we're up here. Yeah, there we are. SF route. This is the only route left. So our last 4 endings are going to be down there. How it will split off, I don't know. Where it will split off, I don't know. Let's see. Could you imagine if this somehow ends up being my final part? That'd be fucking crazy, now that I think about it. I kind of hope it's not, but I guess we'll see. I mean, I feel like this is... I feel like the hole in my suit is not going to be a problem. If there is a hole in my suit, then this is going to be the final part. If there's not a hole in my suit, then it won't be. All right, coming of age. Gotta do the right thing. Gotta get whatever I think the best ending is going to be, which it could be 57, 56, 55, 54, 52. Could be ending 52. I've decided I think you might be right. So we're going to the coming of age timeline. I nod listlessly. This doesn't mean I don't feel anything for everyone in the serial killer timeline. But what matters to me most is everyone here in this one. You don't have to explain. I know how much it pained you to make this choice. But the good news is we made like 2 other routes happen, so... Or 3 or whatever, 4, however you want to see it. Takumi, this is the right choice. We won't regret it. No, I won't let it cause us any regret. Yuriko placed her hand on my shoulder, and I felt some of the tension in my chest ease up. I'm just saying again. Could have gotten the liver motors code from 3 of the bodies on one of the timelines that we created by going to the serial killer timeline. Just saying. 7:40 p.m. It's been 10 minutes since the leap window opened. In order to regain the time we lost, we speedily put on our leap suits and configured the machine. And then...
No.
Here we go. I don't remember seeing... I don't think I've seen any leap suits on any of those routes from any of the characters over there. The only time we see leap suits are in the routes where we killed Ado and the Retsnom route. Now that I think about it, that's the other time we saw leap suits. All right, we made it to the school, but we can't afford to linger.
Huh?
Why not? We have until 11:10 p.m. That's plenty of... Have you forgotten what we came here to do? Look at the code on Darumi's back, right? Yes, on her dead body. And where do you think that body is? Don't remember anything about this timeline. You should still know. Darumi was killed in the battle against Veshness on day 9. And that day is the start of this timeline and the Box of Calamity timeline. Oh yeah. I'm pretty sure all of us buried her. Now that you remember, you know what we have to do.
We're going to dig up her grave.
Do we have any other option? That's why I said we couldn't linger.
But...
I understand your reservation. I don't want to do this either.
It would have been easier if we just remembered the liver's Morse codes from the timeline of, you know, me going to the other one, but whatever. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine.
Tied. We have to do this if we want to go to the artificial satellite.
Okay.
Grabbed the nearby shovel, shut my eyes tightly, and dove it into the ground. I'm going to assume we restored her body then when we did this. Here and I started to dig in silence. With each shovelful of dirt, there was a searing ache in my chest. Eventually, we saw Darumi's body in the dirt. She was dried up her cryptoglobin, leaving behind nothing but a blackened mummy. It was tragic to look at. My heart felt like it was about to burst. I averted my eyes.
We have to do this. She fought valiantly to protect all of us in this timeline.
Yeah, which fucking sucks that she's dead for a majority of these endings.
Her body is the embodiment of all of the nobility and sacredness of that act. It would be rude of us to look away.
I mean, unless of course you count the 2 endings where the Box of Blessings route where her and Koishika come back, and then the one casual route ending when she's there. So, I mean, that's only 3. So. Bit my lip and gave a small nod, looking back down at Darumi.
I'm sorry, Darumi. I'm going to have to move you a little.
But I'm not counting the casual route one because that's technically all my brain, so.
We're doing this so you can live on elsewhere. So please, forgive us.
Are we going to be able to see the number on her blackened corpse or what? Yuriko apologized and lifted up the bias and turned it around. On the back was a single number.
Does that say 5?
Okay. My guess is we will somehow... I don't know what timelines it is. We'll go to a timeline where Ima and Tekamaru are dead. We'll get their liver motors codes. Oh boy, now that I think about... Like, we would have... My guess is there won't be any repeating numbers. And there's a 0, so it's going to be 0 through 9. We'll have to guess, like, okay, whose number are we going to guess? And be like, oh, we'll guess Takumi's. All right, Takumi, what's your number? Is it 1 or 9? 9's already taken, but... Is it 9 or... Is it 1 or 7? Let's just say that. Is it 1 or 7? And that'll be my decision. One will result us being dead. The other one will result us in, not being dead.
Seems so.
Carefully restore Darumi's grave.
Thank you, Darumi.
Please, rest in peace.
We pressed our palms together as we said goodbye to her, then quietly took our leave. Again, I think... So there's 2 things about this timeline that I'm curious about. I'm curious... jumps!
Get ready.
There's 2 things I'm curious about this timeline. I'm curious if we will actually learn... I mean, I guess here's the thing. I'm not actually that hung up on it now with the whole... Because maybe somehow the zombies realized that Takumi wasn't the queen anymore. And they're like, okay. Like, they had some of them go and look for a box of calamity so that another queen can come into play. That doesn't need to be explained. And then Takumi gets taken over at the end of that ending. That doesn't need to get explained. It'll be nice if they do explain it in a way, but I digress. So I'm curious if we'll actually get that explained. And then the other thing I'm curious about is if we will learn about this planet being Futurum and about our true selves. I wonder if we'll actually learn that as well, or if not. I think that's the only thing I'm curious about. I made my way to the cafeteria for breakfast. When I got there, I saw everyone but Sirei and Nigo.
Kumi, how many times is this now, man?
Yeah, would you kindly stop disappearing all of a sudden, Captain? We went over this last night, didn't we? Takumi went to the city ruins to destroy some enemy recon devices. Isn't that right? Yeah, exactly. Wasn't sure why Ada was covering for me. I decided I'd better just go with the flow. I mean, he somewhat knows the truth in a way. He knows about the leaping and the time loops and all that, so it's not not out of the question, and maybe that's what Sirei said too. So Yuriko, you went off exploring and never came back. What were you up to? Well, you met up with Takumi in the city, right? And you finished the mission together. Yes, exactly. Mr. Sumino, at least say something before you take off. Yeah, we would have helped you destroy those devices. And there wasn't that many of them, so there was no need for us to send a huge group. I think Takumi was just trying to be considerate when he decided to go alone. He didn't want to ruin our plans for the Hump Day party. And let me tell you, There was a lot of humping at that party, Takumi. You know, we had cursed yaoi in that one timeline ending on the Cult of Takumi. But the good news is, this would have been just the regular yaoi, not cursed at all. And everyone would have loved it. And that's why he did it. But in the end, the hump day party was canceled. Huh? You and Hiroko are gone. There's no point in doing it without you. But we still did the humping, and everyone was humping me so badly. I see. I'm sorry. I didn't mean for that to happen. No, you had something to deal with. Although I guess you don't need forgiveness from this degenerate trash heap. But I'm seething. If you want my forgiveness, you'll have to play Russian roulette with me. Hearing Darumi say that brought tears to my eyes. It reminded me of her as I saw her last night. And here she was, right in front of me alive. I couldn't stop the emotions from surging inside of me as I thought about it. Hey, don't look at me like that. It's not good for my mental state. Okay, then let's all play some Russian roulette. Eva, do you even know what Russian roulette is? Yes, of course. Miss Kawana, can you just soup up the wheel so it goes full tilt? Mesdames and messieurs, place your bets. Oh, I think she's talking about. She thinks it's poker roulette or whatever that roulette thing is. Oh, for the love of murder. Thanks to Eido's cover story, Hiroko and I weren't questioned any further. Everyone ate breakfast together and left the cafeteria. The ones left behind were Hiroko, Eido, and myself. Sorry about that, Eido. Thanks for the help. Yes. Thanks to you, we somehow managed to explain our way out of things. But why that story? Takumi, you vanished right after the hump day before the hump day party, right? I thought if I didn't say anything, everyone would get upset and go looking for you. Then your clandestine activities would be interrupted. So I said what I said to appease everybody. Did you know what we were doing last night? Nothing specific. I had a vague notion you might be leaping to another timeline, though. I told Eido about the parallel leaping, by the way. Well, no shit. Oh. Right. I know all about your little secret. I know better than anyone that your object is to keep everyone alive. Objective. So that's why you covered for us. I told you before, right? I'll do everything it takes to regain your trust. And so that we can have the non-cursed yaoi that everyone deserves. And that's why I came up with that story. Left Hiroko and Eido and returned to my room. I started my usual rounds of free time, baby. All right, I want to look at the gallery, of course. Okay. Ooh, we got a new song. Oh. They're the same length? Is there much different? I'm going to wait for audio.
You told me that we should go a separate way, so now you go there.
Huh.
You told me that we should go a separate way, so now you go there.
I'm actually curious why they're different. There probably is some differences between those two. I think there's still one more song, or did... No, we have all the audios! Yay! We have all the audios! Okay, so straight up. I mean, if you want to get technical about it, Darumi is dead in both of these too, if you want to get technical about it. She's definitely dead in this one. Everyone but her survives. I mean, technically, everyone's dead in this one too. If you want to get really technical about it. So, and then, okay, well, you know what? She's dead in this one too. So she's dead for more than 50 of these endings. I am not counting. Yeah, she's dead because all these endings happen as the first choice of her being dead. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm counting these. Yeah, these 3 endings, even though this one's called the Goodbye Edo route. No, these 3 endings are the second scenario routes. Like, I don't, like, these are the second scenario endings. In my mind. That's what these are. So then you got that. You got the Ava route, which was pretty good too. The multiple Edo routes, which was fucking hilarious. Serial battle, conspiracy, casual. I mean, again, this is basically the same as this ending, if I'm being completely honest. It's just like, okay, how do you want to die? In your mind, where you can live out a full life in a way? Or do you just want to die here? Either way, Darumi's dead. Box of Blessings and Gaku's harem and blessed with a Mirko. I guess you can say she's technically alive, so I guess you have that. So that's 2 endings. And then she's obviously dead in all the Box of Calamity endings. She's dead in Cult of Takumi. I hate the fact that this is a censored picture. It's only censored in the Switch version. Same with the Ava picture that happens here. I totally get why, because I've seen the uncensored pictures, but it's just, even though the Ava one's not that bad, but still, like, wow. She's straight up dead. Like, she is technically dead, but technically not. But she's dead. Still, I think this was still probably one of my favorite ends just because of how her voice actress did in this scene, where it's like, no, thanks for believing me, Takumi. Now we can be together forever. Like, oh, I'm sorry. That like, just because of that, this actually might end up being in my top 5 endings. And granted, I mean, it's only 2. Actually, no, there's 4 endings if you think about it. So, and then, okay, she dies here, and then she also dies here technically because we kill her. So even if you want to count her as being alive in this route, she still has 2 deaths here. So take away the 2 Box of Blessing routes that she comes back to life in. Darumi is dead for 50 of these endings. 50. At the very fucking start. Like, it's literally the 3rd decision made, or the 2nd. No. Yeah, it's Edo, reveal your secret, and then which school do you save? Literally, the result of the 3rd question asked. If you decide, and then even still, no matter what, both of those routes will result in Darumi being dead. Even because if we go back to Last Defense Academy, it gets the Red Snom route, where even if you count her being alive during the We Are One ending, that's only one. And then you have the Box of Calamity and the 2 Box of Blessing routes. That's 3 there. So that's 3. She's still fucking, and then she dies here. She dies in the It's All Your Fault, and she dies here. And these 2 happen in a very early spot too. Like, I think they happen on like day 50 or something like that. And then these continue onward. So that is 50 endings where she is dead for a majority of those quest lines. And then obviously she's alive in these. The Coward's Final Days. I actually kind of like that was the picture there. Darumi's dead in this one too, if you think about it. Because Kakoji killed Darumi in this one. The Scent of Lavender Yeah, the Scent of Lavender is the one where they don't go to, the Scent of Lavender isn't the one where they go there. It's the Cursed Cycle where she takes them over there. But again, Darumi is dead in these. Granted, yes, she's alive leading up to those points, but she still ends up being dead in those endings. I can somewhat be okay with that because of, you know, she's actually alive for a majority of it, but all those other endings 1 through 52 almost. Actually, yeah, 52 minus 2 endings. Hell, if you, no, not even 2. Well, technically 2. Actually, not even 2. If you want to be so technical about it, because that's technically not Darumi anymore. That's the Retsnom possessing Darumi, or like, you know, made a perfect copy of Darumi. Same with obviously this one. Darumi is dead at literally day 9. And a lot of these, from endings 1 to 52, a lot of them go to day 100. Darumi is dead for a majority of that time. And again, like, yes, technically this one, she is alive, but it's straight up the same choice here. It's like, no matter what choice we pick, it's like, whatever the choice, I can't remember whatever the choice was. The choice was like, oh, give him something to eat. Oh, he eats her right away. Okay, we do this thing and he gets out. And we get unconscious until like day 90 something. Okay, Retsnom just, Takumi kills her anyway. So it's like that. I don't know. So then you have all of those endings where Darumi is dead from the majority of the beginning. SF route, okay, that's fine. If you really want to think about it, she's technically alive for a majority of it, which is fine. It's just that there's not... Romance route. She is alive, but she's just there. She's not really a focus. The only time where she's actually a focus and alive, even all the way to the end... Slasher out, there it is. It was you. That's Takumi. That's the Takumi G, Takumi 2. The 3 of us. Revenge, again, Darumi is dead, but she's there. And somewhat of a focus, but not a major focus. Fucking love this. I still love this one. I think just because of the CG alone, this is my favorite one. And Flight of the Living Dead as well. I fucking love this. Actually, no, we killed Darumi in this one, right? I think Darumi, at some point, we burn her, I think. So even then, she doesn't... Even in the route where there's a fucking zombie outbreak, she is perma-dead. She's not even a zombie anymore. Did we just burn her body? I can't remember. I don't remember. Yeah, history repeating. Comedy route, it's whatever. The comedy route endings are, you know, Eido's the only one dead in those, but like, it's the comedy route. I'm not really like, whatever. She did have somewhat of a focus during this one in a way, which was, in my mind, still the weirdest one ever. Killing game route. This is the route where she shines the most, and I love that. So close yet so far. Hope from despair. Escaping our fate. Battle for Ava's points. Mystery route. She dies at some point. No! Darumi's alive in the mystery route. Yeah, Darumi's alive in the mystery route, which is crazy if you think about it. Anyway, it's either gonna be 19-1 or 9-2. So let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hey, it's that one. So we have one left. The final video is the 19-1 one. So yeah, whatever that last one is. God, we always start on 5. I forget that we actually start on 5. Okay. These are ones that will be popping up left. Because all these happened before. What the fuck? This fucking meteor one is... I'll be honest, this is so out left of field for me. And then you had this one too. Oh, but I guess... Oh, okay. It's just so out of left field for me, if I'm being completely honest. But it's whatever. The whole meteorite thing, I'm like, what? And then, of course, being called a variant, which is like, what? There's like so many... There's so many questions that I'm like, what? So... We still have one. Yeah, we have whatever this is gonna be, which is probably just gonna be like another, you know, concept. Wait, I didn't. Which ones did I miss? Fuck. Okay, these are all. Really, this one? No. This one's no. Those would have been there earlier. Oh, this one? Oh, I feel like we've had that one there before, though. Also, what the fuck was with that one invader, by the way? Yeah, Darumi's dead in this one. She must... I can't remember. She must have gotten... Yeah, we must have burnt her at some point. I'll find out later. It's not a big deal. Oh, boy. Sorry, I kind of just went on a tangent there. A whole lot of nothing. Alright. Exploration. Yeah, I can actually have everyone on this one.
Move out!
So if I ever want to do that, I just come here and do it to, like, whenever I want to get, like, an actual stuff. What day was this? 51? I think it was, right?
Huh?
I had a feeling you were here. We don't need to arrange meetings anymore, do we? If we have something to talk about, we can just come here. Does that sound good? He nodded. By the way, have you looked at your device yet? Not yet. What? You don't care when we'll get our next liver mortis code? Not really. It's just... Then look now. You'll be surprised. Pull out the device and look at the screen. I saw the numbers on the display and... Is it today?
Yeah.
You Oh, day 74. Damn. You serious? 12:05 to 12:35 a.m. on day 74? Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. I mean, we knew that was one of the days, but, like, we were dead. We were, like, asleep for, like, 20 days. So, yes. That's the next time the blood space waves will surge. It's more than 20 days from now. That's right. Whatever Morse codes we know right now are Tsubasa 2, 808, Maruko O. Okay, that's hold on. That's hilarious that he's saying his last name instead of his first name. Gaku 0, Kako 9, Shoma 3, and as we saw last night, Darumi 5. That's a total of 6. But we need 9 codes in all. So we need to wait until day 74 until we can go find the other 3? Unfortunately, you're still not quite right. It's likely impossible to be able to get any on day 74. We only have 30 minutes to leap on that day. takes longer than that to get from the lab to the school. Even if we sprint, it's just not possible. Yuriko nodded with a deep sigh.
Huh?
When do the blood space waves increase after that? And that's not on the device yet, so we have no idea. At that point, why even bother trying to get the liver mortis codes then? We'd be way too close to day 100 anyway. Either way, our goal stays the same. We need to get to the artificial satellite as soon as possible. Whether that ends up happening on day 80 or day 90. Well, you only leave with only 10 days left. It beats being stuck here. Then let's stay focused, Takumi. For now, we continue with our school routine as usual until day 74.
Oh.
Things will be fine. Don't worry about the defensive battles. We know exactly who will attack us and when. At the very least, we can be sure no one's going to die permanently on the battlefield. Of course, I'm not going to let them. I'll protect them on the battlefield and anywhere else. Well said, Captain. I expect great things from you. I'm actually very curious what the final video will be of the, power-up one. Artificial satellites suspended in the night sky seem just a bit further away than usual. I couldn't let things get me down. I narrowed my eyes and cast a sharp gaze at the satellite and its cold glint. Now, are we literally going to be doing, like, day after day after day after day? Or are we doing this where we're skipping? On one hand, I'm somewhat happy with that. Are we going to skip literally all the days? Okay. Oh, right. There was a battle on day 56 or day 57, so... For 4 days, I lived out my life at school like I always did, as per Hiriko's advice. I laughed and trained with everyone, and sometimes got into arguments too. But we didn't experience any serious issues, and time ticked away in a relevant pace. There was nothing we could do about the liver mortis codes until the blood space waves peaked again. Allow myself to temporarily forget about that and focus on living as a normal life as possible. Well, we don't know when they peaked after, but we know at some point they peaked on day 98 and then again on 100. So but again, at that point, why even bother? We would have already fought Del Shaw. So, day 56 came to an end. Day 57 would soon be upon us. The day of the next enemy attack. Is there a commander for this one, or have we beaten all the commanders? No. This is the this should be the commander that makes copies, right? It has to be. Because I don't think we fought her in this timeline yet. I guess forget about the commander that, can brainwash us, but still. Yeah, I don't think we ever fight that one ever again. I think the only time we ever fight the commander that brainwashes us is either during, is the only time we fight her during, she might show up in the serial battle route, but that's a whatever route, if I'm being completely honest. That route has nothing to do with what goes on now. I think the only time we fight that, and also, technically that commander was dead, because we killed that commander when we decided to save second to last Defense Academy students. That was the commander then. Unless she's the one here. It's either going to be that one or the shape-shifting one. But point being, I don't think we ever fight the brainwashing commander ever again. At least from what I remember, I don't think we do. So, kind of just like Ava, or not Ava, Quinzale, kind of like Quinzale, and the and that commander. I think those are the only commanders that I think those are the ones we probably fight the least. And Del Shaw, maybe. Depends on how you look at it. No, Del Shaw's probably the one we fight the most if you think about it. Well, Del Shaw and Veshness. Well, actually, probably all of them. We probably fight all of them the same amount, save for, like I said, Ava, Quinzale. Although I feel like we go to Quinzale's that base every now and then, so it's not that big of a deal. The one that actually Minerva's probably, well, yeah, Minerva's probably the one we fight the least. We probably only, I think we only fight that one technically 2 or 3 times. I'm not counting the zero route ones, because I think we fight him once on this route that we're on where I don't reveal the secret. We fight him once where I do reveal the secret, and then we fight him once where I kill Ado. So I think Minerva is probably the one we fight the least. And then, of course, you have all the branches that happen afterwards where you kind of fight, like, oh, you fight Ava on this route, and you also fight Ava on that route. Oh, you fight, I think Valgorzo. I think that, yeah, the Valgorzo and Sanzalzala, the ones that fuse, I think those are the only, I think we might fight them as a, we fight them as a team 3 times, but then we also fight them individually as well on Route 0. But again, I'm not counting Route 0, so I don't care. All right. Here's everybody's set. Yeah, I'll drill the details of your next foe into your heads, right? The commander's name is Zendaya, right? Excuse me? Are you stupid or something? It's Zanzibar. Zendaya. I caught that. I was like, I don't think that's her name. It's Zanzibar. You're both wrong. It's Zenta. Again, the most serious route, but also the most unserious route, which is so fucking hilarious when you learn that there's a fucking route called the comedy route. So you would think that's the most unserious route, but then you come to this route where you have where Carrara is also kind of like in a jokingly matter shit like that. Carrara is more serious in the comedy route than she was in than she has been in this route. That's saying something. And she has the ability to make copies of people. Moko had no idea about that what that ability did to her the first time I went through all this. Found myself almost slipping up and telling her, but stopped myself just in time. Sounds like a real pain in the ass. It's fine. We have nothing to worry about. And this time Zenta will show up with her factory settings, for lack of better words.
What does that mean?
Hiroko must have been trying to explain to Zenta that Zenta would show up as herself rather than as a copy of one of us. At any rate, I doubt she'll be more of a problem than any other commander. As long as we're careful not to get copied, we should be able to win with ease. Or so Sirei Nigo told us yesterday.
Yes, exactly.
So true. She got it word for word, because she literally told us those words. Is the enemy gonna be here again?
Right after our wake-up call. Right after these commercial breaks.
Although we've disabled the announcement for today. Oh, why is that?
Well, you're all up already.
So there's really no sense in playing the announcement. You had barely finished speaking it when it started.
Intruder.
It'll be coming right after these commercial breaks.
Yeah, I don't think I'll ever get used to this alarm. You'll be fine. The Sycamore twins are by your side. Okay, guys, let's do this. Special Defense Unit, move out. Yeah. Bah. Thank God they increased they decreased the time of skipping the video cutscenes, because Lord Almighty, I remember when that was short as, where the bar would just go, but now the bar goes, Like, it's one of those things that I'm glad they fixed too, and how you're able to skip some of these battles. 'Cause I guess some of it wasn't implemented in it right away, which, holy fuck, that would suck. Which again, if they ever do release this game for PlayStation, I will buy it. And
That's one problem dealt with.
I'm very curious as to how I will play through it after Route 0. Will I play through it very similar to this? Or I go through second scenario first, work my way backwards from there. Kind of like Maybe I'll try my best to get all the endings in order from 1 to all the way to 100. That can't be done now that I think about it, because you can't get to endings 99 or ending 100 without, because you'll be skipping all of the SF endings, which is endings 53 or 54 to 52 to 60. So yeah, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. 53 to 60. So you'd be missing all of those. You can get the rest of them in order after that, I guess. Or before that. or
Now we
after
just
so.
have to defeat their commander, Zendaya.
I told you, it's Zanzibar!
It's Zenta!
Never mind her name. We must simply kill her.
Just
Here we go.
Kill her. I mean, when the commanders come out and ask how they know about us, we could just say Ava told us.
Here I come!
Instead of just saying we have sources. But, yeah. I wonder if she's gonna make copies of us. That seems to happen every single time. Nope. No copies this time around. It's Zendaya. Do we get to absorb anyone?
The paragon of harmony. Even if my flesh is destroyed here.
That's the thing. Like, even though Veshness hasn't been absorbing them, we haven't been absorbing them either. Veshness either comes in and throws them out, or Zenta might just blow herself up. Now that I remember, she blows herself up in some of the timelines.
My soul shall live on eternally, and it will destroy you all.
Destroy us all! Destroy us all! With those final words, something strange happened to Zenta's body. I believe the only time we actually do absorb Zenta is in the box of Calamity route and in Zero route. I think those are the only times we actually absorb Zenta. It splintered all over and burst into tiny pieces, disappearing in a plume of smoke. Every other time she either explodes or Veshness takes her out.
Did she self-destruct? I think she did!
That bitch couldn't
Let's
fight
fucking
for
baller!
Yeah, she wasn't worth getting sick over.
Well, that's a good thing, isn't it?
Exactly! We managed to defeat her!
So, I think the next fight is day 80 something where Del Shah. No, there will be. Fucking, we're only on day 50 something. So, but the next commander. I don't think there's any more commander fights until Del Shah shows up. So, everyone nodded in sync, though they all seem dumbfounded by the abrupt end of the battle.
By the way, how did you like my moves, everyone?
I saw signs of effort, but it was nothing to write home about.
Ava, why are you so hard on me?
Again, most unserious route, because you have Ado, who's like, on one hand, I'm actually happy for this because Ado's actually a really good character. You have that where he's like, you know, trying to get praise and, you know, show off or whatever, and then Ava's also like that too. God, Ava is also the most silliest in this one too, as compared to all the other ones.
Because you irritate me.
Fair enough.
Cut right to the bone with that one.
Anyway, since we've won our fight, why don't we do our thing?
And we have this too. Again, we have a fucking cheer that we're doing too. So unserious.
Oh, you're not usually so eager, Shoma.
Sorry. I went and opened my gaping sewer hole of a mouth.
No, I didn't mean it like that.
Hey, snap out of it, Takumi. That's your cue.
Oh, right. Ready? Go!
Ready? Go!
Defense Unit! Best in the world! Indestructible and undefeated! Never lose! Never yield! Special Defense Unit, fight on!
You're all fucking welcome. And so ended our defensive battle. The next attack would be on day 63. It'd be fine if we could just take this up. We'd be fine if we could just keep this up. We had nothing to worry about. Pat each other on the shoulders and return to the school with a spring in our steps. Yeah, and we're not going to be able to leap until day 70 something anyway, so again, I'm very curious as to what we'll actually be doing, if anything, between now and then. Yeah, this is part 123, if I remember correctly. 59, 60. Are we literally skipping all the way till 62? We did, okay. Another 4 days passed quietly, like the calm after a storm. Nothing exciting happened. If I had to mention something, I guess it would be that the spice blend in Kurata's curry was extra hot. It upset Shoma's stomach, leading to a somewhat explosive situation. We had to do something we had to do some thorough cleaning afterwards. Ew. Other than that, nothing of serious significance happened, and the days went by almost too peacefully. I was honestly starting to forget about the liver mortis codes. If things kept going like this, there may be no real reason to go looking for them after all. I got the feeling we might be able to manage the last 38 days without doing anything too special. As long as we kept holding strong against the enemy's attacks anyway. As long as we were able to skip the fights, it would all be good. We were due for another battle soon. Tomorrow in the morning of day 63. It's okay. Things will turn out fine for us again. I reassured myself, crawled into bed, and fell asleep. Day 63. Isn't this just going to be cannon fodder? Because I don't think there's any commands left. Oh, is this all the information there is on the enemy? Yes! Doesn't seem like there'll be any commanders this time. So we're just gonna fight the bunch of weaklings? That's right. Man, that's totally even a real battle. Nevertheless, it won't be without its challenges. Challenges? The cannon fire they sent this time, they talk. They'll scream for help or call for their mothers as they attack. That does sound, challenging. Huh? What's the big deal? Isn't it more fun to kill them when they're crying for their mommies? Yes, this is the greatest pleasure of all. Oh, for the love of murder. There's something seriously wrong with you two. You're one to talk. Shall we just avoid listening to them? How do we do that? Oh, we could yell over them. If we're all screaming, we'll drown them out. But what should we all yell? We could just make noise. We might still hear what they're saying. Then why don't we yell the multiplication tables? Multiplication tables? It's pretty basic math. We are at a school after all. It's time to do a lesson. Let Professor Ado do the trick. That's a great idea. Let's give it a shot. Yes, truly an ingenious scheme. Yes, Koishika, the one who knows her multiplication tables front and back. I think I can tell where this is going. And then it happened. Oh god.
Intruder
like,
alert.
oh god. Is they literally gonna, are they like gonna start doing their multiplication tables now? Finally decided to show their ugly mugs. Okay guys, let's do this. Special defense unit, move out. Whoop. Bah. Do 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 do.
No!
No! No, man! Not like this!
I don't want to
I don't
fight.
want to fight. Mommy!
It's true. I can hear them. I can hear them talking.
I hear voices calling. I feel tension rising. I taste blood that's drying. I hear voices in my head. They counsel me. They understand.
Cannot get enough of this. It's making me hot and bothered. I cannot believe I get to kill them while listening to their pathetic cries.
Oh dear God! Can we like tweak her brainwashing a little bit so she's not this excited?
It feels amazing, doesn't it?
Takumi, you're perfect as
Let's
is.
just ignore
We
those
just don't
two.
need.
Everybody
David to be that way,
else,
too.
stick to the plan. Here goes. Starting with 2.
2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4.
Oh my fucking God! We're literally doing that. Starting with 2.
2 times 3 is 6.
Koishika.
2 times 4 is 51.
I saw it coming from a mile away.
We all did, Karada. We all.
Mommy, save me!
Also, it wasn't even 4. We were supposed to go to 8. Right? Was that the next one? Wait, no, it was like 2 times. Yeah, 2 times 3 is 6, so it should have been 4. Oh no, it was 4. So she was right on there. She was right on there. Never mind.
We finished with them before we were even done with 6.
We're not done yet. There's another wave.
Guess I'm gonna have to face the challenge of the 7 times table.
Kaku, don't tell me you can't do math either.
Shut up! 7 is easy peasy.
How far are they going? Are they only going from 2 to 10? Or are they doing from like 2 times 1, like times 1, times 2, times 3, all the way to 10? Did they go all the way to 12? What numbers are we doing here? What numbers are we doing here?
Anyway, just ignore what they're saying, guys. Here goes.
Anyway, let's start with 7, I guess. Or did we left off with 6?
Help me!
Help me! Where's my daughter?
Not
I
like
don't
this.
want to fight. Not like this.
Not like this.
Hooray! We won. Again, most serious route, but also the very most unserious of routes.
Yeah! Take that, you freaking small fry!
That was a piece of cake.
Oh, are we done already?
I kind of wish there were more.
Absolutely not. I've had quite enough of multiplication.
If another wave shows up, we'll have to start multiplying double-digit numbers.
No. Please.
Mercy!
To be fair, 10s and 11s are easy to multiply. You bunch of babies. Everyone burst into laughter. Time to do the thing.
Anyway, seeing as we won, right, it's time.
Take it away, Captain.
Got it.
El
Ready?
Capitan.
Go!
Special Defense Unit, best in the world, indestructible and undefeated. Never lose, never yield. Special Defense Unit, fight on!
The cult of personality. Oh wait, that's the wrong best in the world. 37 days left. I felt sure that things were really going to work out. I don't know. I feel like there's going to be something that's going to burst onto the scenes where shit's going to go fucked. So, just saying. Unbeknownst to me, somewhere in the shadows, things were starting to come apart. Little by little, it would start to nod us. There it is right there. Day 64. Over the past few days, everyone had gotten less communicative. Uh-oh. Whenever someone did speak up, it was to make fun of someone or to make cutting remarks. Uh-oh. Was anything like our usual joking? There was no effect to it. It seemed like everyone just wanted to take out their frustrations on the people around them. I didn't know why it was happening, but we had been living together in the same place for over 65 days. It seemed natural enough that all the stress that had been building up might come out as resentment. The matter of the liver Morse codes was still on hold. Hiroko and I hadn't decided which timeline we jumped to on day 74. Why even bother jumping to the timeline on day 74? You only have 30 minutes. You only have 30 minutes anyway. Couldn't get to the school from the lab and back again in such a short time. Still, it felt like a waste to let one of our rare opportunities to slip by. That's why Hiroko and I were at a loss about what to do on that day. Today was day 66. We're about to pass the 2/3 mark. 1/3 of our time was left. I hope we didn't run into any serious issues. But things don't always work out. My expectations would be crushed the very next morning. Uh-oh. The whole communication shit again? Probably. 67. Banana jumps!
Get ready for...
I went to the cafeteria to get breakfast. As soon as I walked in, I heard screaming.
Ado, I heard you were making something really loud with Tsubasa in the garage last night.
Loud?
Don't play dumb with me. Shoma saw you.
It's true. It was 1 o'clock in the morning. I was walking during the school because I couldn't sleep. I saw both of them making something. Something that looked like a gun. A gun?
Huh?
A gun? Well, I guess there's no point in hiding it. This is what I made. A beam gun that generates a special electromagnetic pulse. Okay. We got that, or Hiroko got that on this timeline. Here. That's what she used to help get the gi out of Kakoji on this timeline. Oh boy. Again. To be fair, it could have been something that she also made on this timeline, but she borrowed it beforehand. So it's just basically something that, like, even on this timeline, it happens too. I don't know. I still feel like probably what will be the way to break out of this loop is that the only thing that needs to happen is Takumi needs to die. Takumi needs to die in order to break out of the loop. It's just a toy, though. It's harmless to the human body. Ado put the barrel to his temple and pulled the trigger. See? That was an interesting way to describe it. Harmless to the human body. Then what does it harm? It doesn't harm anything. It's really just a toy. Ado was teaching me about how the different parts come together. Oh, right. Tsubasa was the one who actually assembled it. I did a lot of reading while I was confined. And that's where I learned how to make it. I just shared what I learned. Why would you waste her time on a silly little toy? Shh, keep it down. I don't want Sirei and Nigo to find out. That's even more suspicious. I believe you, Eito. You should always trust the shadiest character in the mystery. What do you know? What do you know about mysteries? The mere fact you rely on assumptions about the genre shows what an amateur you are. Shut up, you nasty brat! I've played dozens of mystery adventure games. I've played them all to death. I'm going to have to stop you right there, Miss Amamiya. Nobody talks to my dear sister like that. Please, everyone, calm down. Ava, I appreciate if you kept your thoughts to yourself. You're our prisoner, in case you forgot. That's not fair. Ava is our friend. Wow, aren't we blessed? Giddy Two Shoes has weighed in with another heroic opinion. Aren't you embarrassed? Your mask is the most embarrassing thing in the room. And it smells like poop. Ugh, I was so sweet to you, traitor. Sheesh, man. This is the problem with girls. Egad, unbiased sexism. Oh, lordy. Your old chimey gimmick is so lame. Who asked you to pipe in? You wanna go? Yeah, let's go. We'll fight one-on-one in a barbed wire steel cage match at WrestleMania Kingdom. Come and get it, loser. Shut up. All of you, knock it off. Hiroko shouted at the top of her lungs. The room immediately fell silent. Well, no fucking shit. If you have... Honestly, if Takumi did it, they'd probably be like, oh, fuck you or whatever. But Hiroko, they will shut the fuck up. I'll hold on to that beam gun of yours. Hey. Hiroko held out her hand and Edo gave her the gun. I'll be the one who decides if this is really just a toy. Everyone, be quiet and behave until then. You guys aren't yourselves right now. Something's very wrong. Go back to your rooms and cool off. Understood? Damn. Yes, Mommy. The rest of the day, everyone did as they were told, shutting themselves in their rooms and never coming out. The sun set as we stayed inside. And when it was dark out, someone suddenly opened my door. It was Hiroko. I have an update about the beam gun from this morning. I wondered if maybe it had some kind of switch somewhere that would enable and disable it. And that's why I examined it, but there wasn't anything of the sort. So it really is just a toy. Ada was right that it was harmless to the human body, at least. You can't hurt anyone with this. Took the gun from Hiroko and looked it over. Felt solid and heavy. There was definitely something mechanical inside, but nothing happened when I pulled the trigger. All it did was play a tiny, cheap sound effect. So now we know Ada and Tsubasa were telling the truth. But that's not the real issue here, is it? Yeah, the beam gun was only the catalyst. There's a ton of resentment building up inside of everyone, waiting to go off. This just happened to be the spark that started the fire. If you knew that's the problem, why didn't you say anything this morning? It's your job to keep everyone calm and mediate between them. I guess so, but... I'm sure everyone's just exhausted. We've spent 66 days living under serious pressure. Whatever it is, something has to change. Our next offensive battle is day 72. We have to do something before then. It's time for the beach episode! Hiroko fell into deep thought. Her gaze wandered. Shortly after, she pushed her finger through her long hair and looked straight at me. Takumi, and this may sound harsh, but it's your fault things ended up this way too. You've acted a little too distant from everyone in this timeline. I know I'd done this loop 146 times. And there were timelines where you were a lot more proactive about integrating with the group. In those timelines, the others admired you more than they do now. They never would have fought like they did today. Their captain was an anchor for them, and that strengthened their unity. And that doesn't mean those timelines are perfect. We lost a lot of people in them. And boy, let me tell you about the Cult of Takumi timeline. Boy, howdy. And this isn't my first time saying it, but this timeline is a real miracle. Nobody's died, and Ava and Edo are on our side. You need to treasure this timeline. The experiences you have here. The time you get to spend here. Ultimately, that's what will lead to unity and harmony among the team. Yoko quietly left my room. Couldn't move. She was right. There was no doubt about that. Her words weighed heavy on me, sinking into the pit of my stomach. I couldn't just stand there and dwell on it. I already knew what I had to do. I think I know just the thing to fix this. I clenched my fists as I muttered, trying to encourage myself. Oh yeah. What you got, Takumi? Day 68.
Up and Atom troops, time to rise and shine! Be ready to give your...
Oh. Okay. Ado and Tsubasa were telling the truth. The beam gun is just a toy. Had everyone pass the gun around, they each had to turn to inspect it, nodding when they were done. But Eito, why did you even want this for? There was a picture of this beam gun in one of the books I read while I was locked up. I found the shape and design appealing, that's all. Anyway, now that we know, I'm going to give this back to Tsubasa. Huh? Me?
Huh?
You're the one who made it, right? I can give it back to Ado, but I think it would put everyone on edge. With a moment of hesitation, Tsubasa slowly reached out and took the gun. Sheesh, everyone's still suspicious of me, huh? That's not it. Everyone's just kind of unbalanced right now. Little things have them jumping at shadows. But that's going to end today. Let's wash all these feelings of tension away and leave them behind for good. Wash them away? Huh? How? Let's go to the beach. Nicki Minaj. Goodness, is this one of those night pools I've heard so much about? Young women and men will go wild together in the pool at night. Colorful lights everywhere. We're having an evening of debauchery and hedonism, aren't we? It's not nighttime, and it's not any of that other stuff either. But sure.
Are you serious?
This is like so crazy! Takumi, did you do all this? Well, I had a little help. From me. It's our fault the hump day party got canceled, right? So in a way, this is an apology for that. And don't worry about swimsuits. We made sure to get them for all of you. Hold on a minute. Are we going to swim here? No, we're in the leisure lounge, not to swim. I told you, we need to wash all the negativity away. You meant that literally? Takumi, this is the dream! You know exactly what the people want! You gotta give the people what they want! You mean what you want? What about Sirei and Nigo? Of course, I got their permission.
If things stay as tense as they have been, it will hinder the mission. I can't have that. So you get special permission.
You get special permission! Congratulations!
Everybody needs a break sometimes, but don't forget to keep it in your pants.
I fucking love Nigo's voice actress too. Actress, I don't know. Koishika, that also means you need to keep your pants on. I would never expose myself at the pool, but everywhere else I would gladly. Oh, for the love of murder. Although everyone griped and complained, they ended up changing into swimsuits we brought for them. And so began our Paradise Pool Palooza. You big palooza. Oh, we actually get this picture for realsies. This was the picture that Edo had on the Edo route. Eva, Darumi, Koishika, and Kurara were all dead at that point, but actually Darumi, because we did have a pool episode there. Darumi was gone. I think, yeah, we still had Kurara, so I think it was only Darumi and Koishika were the only ones dead, and obviously Edo wasn't here either, but still. I had a feeling all the complaint was just to cover up how embarrassed everyone felt. It took less than 5 minutes in the water for them to start shouting in excitement. Pretty soon they all had playful smiles on their faces. Everyone forgot themselves in childlike wonder, playing like kids. I was right there with them. I joined conversations without hesitation and went crazy and wild with them. All that strain and tension vanished in an instant. Everyone's faces looked so earnest, bright and happy, with droplets of water flying through the air. I memorized every last detail of the scene. I took it every passing moment and seared it into my brain. I never want to forget them. I never want to lose them. I could hear splashes of water all around me. Then everyone's joyous laughter echoed in the pool, drowning out the sound of water. Day 69.
Troops,
oh, are we going to get the rock music here? Oh, I hate the fact that we never got the rock music ever again.
Get ready for
Come
your
on, give me the rock
69th
music.
day of active service here in celebration of a badass day. We'll be playing music with a rock flavor all day.
Hell yeah! And now, na 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 na, ba-dum-bum, and the war machine keeps turning.
With our adrenaline pumped to the max, in the name of the fucking badassery of humanity.
Oh, I can't remember if I pointed this out or not, but I fucking love the fact that that Sirei's voice actor kind of breaks character there in a little bit when he says fucking badass, or you just listen.
Yeah! With our adrenaline pumped to the max, in the name of the fucking badassery of humanity.
I love it so much. I love it so much.
Yeah!
Gotta hear it one more time.
With our adrenaline pumped to the max, in the name of the fucking badassery of humanity.
The fucking badassery of humanity. I don't care. I think that's perfect. That is honestly perfect that they kept this one in. They're like, you know what? It makes it so much better than if you said it without that in there.
Let's kill the shit out of these nasty pigs and protect the hell out of our beloved academy.
He even has it right there too. Hold on.
Let's kill the shit out of these nasty pigs and protect the hell out of our beloved academy.
It's like, let's kill the shit out of these nasty pigs.
Let's kill the shit out of these nasty pigs.
Yeah, the war machines. And the war machine keeps turning.
Huh? We're going to do what we did yesterday all over again today?
Well, the plan's a little different.
What is this? Could it be a festival? I've heard of these. Young men and women go crazy, chanting as they dance wild and free around a watchtower, and it burns like the war machine keeps turning. It's gathering of wild abandon and artistic expression to release pent-up desires, isn't it? It's the night of debauchery of Burning Man. Absolutely not. You're right about it being a festival, though. Wow, this is amazing. It's the coolest thing I've seen in my life. Oh, are we gonna see that festival picture again, but without Shion and with Darumi, Koishika, and Kurara? Although I guess technically those three were in the actual festival one too, but like now with the people who weren't here and such. All right, you've never been to a festival before. That's right. I'm so touched. Takumi and Hiriko, did you do all this? I only did about a quarter of the work. and the rest was all Takumi. Takumi, you look like crap with all those dark circles around your eyes. Yeah, I was up all night working on this. You're crazy, man! I thought the pool yesterday was cool, but this is peak! Felt mixed emotions hearing Gaku's compliments. I set this whole thing up based on what Gaku did in my timeline after all. I'm not so hot on festivals personally. But they work so hard to please us, it would be a waste not to enjoy yourself. She's right, Darumi. Don't think of it as just a festival. Think of it as a dark carnival. Well, why didn't you say so? Now I'm feeling it. Wop wop. Okay, sure. Whatever that means. Anyway, let's have a blast together, guys. But what's with this music? It's ridiculously out of place. Just then, Sirei and Nigo showed up. No, we're going to be playing fucking War Pigs this entire time, you bastards. I was trying to do a rock vibe today, and you went and set this folksy thing instead. Couldn't you have made it more like a modern music festival? I can see you put a lot of effort, though. I'll give you what you want. I'll give the people what they want. Wait just 1 second. The one other time we actually hear this music and they do that, the two of them then disappeared. Some time passed and then... Yeah, this is more like it. This is the kind of song you need for a festival. Let's get this party started. Everybody cut loose and have fun. It's not until day 72 or 73, right? So began our fabulous frolicsome festival fiesta. What a mouthful. Yep, there it is. It's this picture again. But now it's one where everyone is alive and we don't have Shion. I can't remember if we had this with Ava the last... No, yeah, we did. Ava was here, and I don't think we had Eito. Oh, never mind. Fuck you, Ava. No picture of you here. Actually, this is straight up the picture that was from that timeline. From Route 0. This is the picture from Route 0. Ima's not there. Koishika isn't there, and obviously Shion's not there, so... Festival was alive with activity. The air was filled with the sounds of happy chatter all around me. Everywhere I looked, I saw radiant smiles. There wasn't the slightest hint of gloom on those happy faces. Halfway through the festivals, Kurata started cooking. She made the Osuzuki family special curry recipe, handed down throughout the generations. Actually, I think Eito was... Because, yeah, I think the only other time we had this was during second scenario when we were trying to get everyone to welcome Eito back into the group. So Kurata wasn't in that one. And obviously Koishika wasn't either, and neither was Darumi. But I think there was one with... and I think Ima and Hiroko were in there too, along with Shion, of course. So popular, we had to line up for it. And before long, we'd eaten every last drop. After we were done eating, it was Gaku's turn to entertain us. Gaku climbed the top of the tower, got on the DJ equipment, and showed us his skills on the turntables. Oh yeah, and Ava was also dead too at that point. The rest of us danced to the rhythm, wild and free. We went crazy chanting and singing. We spun and flew, sweating so hard we practically melted away. We continued to dance around the watchtower all night long. But no, this is the picture that happened in Route 0. Day 70. When I woke up, the sky was already dusky. I must have reached my limit after staying up all night and partied for 2 days straight. I left my room to get ready for the day. By the time I was done, it was completely dark. It was time for dinner. I hurried to the cafeteria and announced my plan for the evening to everyone. Fireworks? What? You have to be kidding. We're all going to the rooftop for fireworks? Yep. Sparklers, Roman candles, aerial fireworks. I've got them all in my room. But Takumi, don't people usually space out these kind of events? Yeah. gotta be out of your mind to go 3 days in a row. Don't listen to him, bro. I'm all for it. Honestly, the pool and the festival weren't quite enough for me anyway. Just a broke bum like you have such taste for parties. Huh? Did you say something? Well, if it's what our captain wants, I suppose we have no real reason to refuse. Are you seriously doing this? Oh, damn. You're going to twist my arm, I guess. Despite their complaint, their smiles on their faces betray their true feelings. And it's on. This will probably be the last thing, right? You would assume so. They're playing Sirei Nigo's, or Sirei-san. Huh? Sirei Nigo? What are you doing here? You need adult supervision to play with fireworks. Fire. We're here as chaperones. Oh, for the love of murder. You made us do a lot once than lighting some fireworks. I bet they're just being coy. You actually wanted to join us, didn't you? At the pool and at the festival. Absolutely not! Not at all. Not at all. Okay, you guys can hang tonight. Let's lose our freaking minds! Yeah. Doesn't it feel like something's missing? Are you talking about my mask? You are, aren't you? I just can't see the fireworks with it on, that's all. And that's why I left it in my room. I'm so embarrassed. Don't look. Clara, you don't need to wear that mask. You're only saying that because you think it stinks, right? Like poop, right? No, that's not it. I just think it's a waste of a very cute face, personally. Huh? Clara froze, at a loss for words. Her face was as red as a ripe tomato. I think there's been a misunderstanding. I wasn't talking about Kurara's mask. Come to mention it, we are missing some people. 4 of them. Hiroko, Moko, Ima, and Ava. Where the hell are they? Everyone looked around. Just then, the missing 4 showed up.
Oh.
Sorry we're late.
No.
It took some time to explain what we're doing. Explain? We have a surprise guest for everyone tonight. He's all ready for us now. Introduce our special guest for the evening, Shion. Shion! Shion. Shion. No, Shion! Everyone called out his name in surprise. Huh? What's going on? Why does everybody know his name? We've met him plenty of times before. Yeah, while you were busy trying to knock up Hiroko. In other words, while we were jumping in other timelines. Hey, that's not what we were doing. Anyway, that's how they know him. I only found out yesterday at the festival. I heard from Moko, Ima, and Ava. Oh yeah, Moko wasn't in that picture either. Hey, guess what? Guess who out of all the people who weren't a part of that festival picture? All those names. We thought we should bring Shion to the festival since it was such a big event. The 4 of us left the gym to ask him to come, but... Come to think of it, the 4 of them had disappeared for a while the night before. Sirei Nigo wouldn't allow me to come. And besides, I'm not a real special defense unit member. I didn't want to get in the way of your fun. He tried to refuse again tonight. He was hesitant to come to this. But we managed to convince him, and now here he is. You lot don't listen to a word I say! You're wasting his energy! Just summoning an avatar like this uses up strength. Was this a bad idea after all? Well, obviously. Obviously it's fine. Huh? Shion's as much of a part of the special defense unit as any of us. He's our 17th member. If he dies, we all die. If we die, he dies.
Hey!
Destinies are intertwined. He's one of us, an important comrade. If you're going to disrespect one of our friends like that, well, you already know what I can do. I sent a sharp glare towards Sirei Nigo. Two of them were clearly rattled by it. Yeah. Fuck you, Takumi. Fine. If you're going to go that far, you're gonna have it your way. But just for tonight. Be grateful for the Honorable Sirei's magnanimous treatment. Thank you both. And you too, Takumi. Sincerely. I nod with a grin. Soon everyone else was smiling with me. Alright, time to get the show on the road! The fireworks are in your room, right, Takumi? Let's go get them. Yeah, and they had the fireworks. So began our special defense unit shining fireworks shindig. And here... Hey, no, this is actually a different picture. Because I already see Darumi in the background. Koishika hasn't shown up yet, but I'm trying to remember... Did this happen in route in the last route? Not last route, in oh my god. Fuck, why can't I think? I know there was a fireworks show that did happen in a but did the fireworks show happen in second? I know we actually had a couple fireworks shows, I believe. But I can't remember when it happened. Fuck me. Second scenario. Jesus Christ. I can't fucking think. We had one in second scenario, right? And that's where Nozomi passed out? Or is that coming of age? That might have been coming of age route. Every member of the team was there. Hiroko, Nozomi, Moko, Tsubasa, Tsukumo twins, Gaku, Shoma, Tekamaru, Kurara, Darumi, and Koishika. Even Yugamu was having a blast with everyone. I actually like this picture a lot. We had our two commanding officers with us too. And Ava and Eito, who were once hostile to us, were joining in on the fun. Last but not least, there was Shion. 19, including me. All of us alive and well. We've gone through so much hardships in the last 70 days. Fighting to survive. This was a true miracle. I took it all in, revealing in the joy in my heart. A long time ago, someone once said that life and fireworks weren't all that different. For a brief moment they shine brightly, and then they disappear into the dark. People struggle and strive... God damn it. People struggle and strive to create spark, all for that fleeting moment. That's what makes life so beautiful. Every word of what was said rang true to me. Who would want to live forever? Being trapped in an infinite loop was a curse. I was going to break free. I was going to end this. I want to break free. Adventure into the future that started from day 101. Adventure into the future that started from day 101. With all my friends. I get older with the passage of time and eventually die. Well, I don't know. Do you actually get older? Because I think, like I said earlier, I think Kadaka said that, like, oh yeah, because they're clones and stuff like that, they actually don't age anymore because they fulfilled their purpose. So... one day, my firework would sizzle out. This was going to be the last time I'd lived through this war. I never experienced these 100 days again. The thought made my heart swell. The instantaneous flash, the spark vanishing into the darkness, the flicker of the decaying embers were all breathtakingly beautiful. I think Ava and Darumi were like poking fun of Karara. Day 71. Jumps! Our 3-day party binge finally ended yesterday. The next enemy attack will be tomorrow, day 72. Couldn't keep up the merriment forever. We need to switch gears. Once I was done with my breakfast and back to my room, I head back out to make my rounds. Aw. Alright guys, I think this is probably the perfect time or perfect place to end things here. That was really sweet. I really liked that. I mean, that's just this picture alone is beautiful. I love that a lot. I really do. But yeah, guys, thank you all so much for watching this video. Guys, if you like the video, please give that like button a click. Comment down below. It's like, we did have another fireworks, didn't we? Did we not? It must. I think that was in coming of age route. I remember the fireworks, and that was the coming of age route. So we did not have it in second scenario. God, the Veshna style was really good too. This picture alone. I know I'm talking about stuff that we'll talk about later, or that we'll talk about when we get to those moments. Yeah, here it is, right here. Fireworks. Yeah, this was definitely coming of age route. Yep. Coming of age. Yeah, I really like where we're going right now with these routes. So, yeah, like I said, guys, thank you all so much for watching this video. Guys, if you like the video, please give the like button a click and comment down below like what you liked about the video, didn't like about the video, and let me know, guys, what do you think of... We started this off by getting some endings. What do you think of those endings, but then also our party merriment days that we did too? I thought it was really good. It was really nice. It was fun. Like I said, I really like this route and where it's all going for now. I'm so curious to see what happens next. What are the 3 endings that we have left to be? I've said this before and I'll say it again. I'm pretty sure one of the endings will be Takumi dying. Like, only Takumi dying. Maybe one of the endings will be where we all survive and the final attack happens. Maybe the other ending is we all survive and the final attack doesn't happen. I don't know. Very curious to see what happens. So yeah, the next part, guys, might honestly be the final part. We're on day 71. We haven't had another decision yet. So as of right now, we're still on this one path. Let's see what happens. But yeah, guys, let me know what you thought about all the 3 endings? The 2 endings we got at the beginning of this part, and then obviously the firework festival, the swimming pool thing, and everything else. I really liked it. You know, this is a very bittersweet one. I know you don't have to, but I think it's best if you do experience this route as the final route, just because of how it's built up. And again, we might get to a story lock that will eventually be like you have to get all these other endings too, in a way. Which again, the one thing I know I mentioned there was 2 things before. I don't really care about Takumi started off possessed in the 1 route. He got cured and then he got possessed again. That could be like, I literally just explained it to myself right now. It's like they literally been like, oh, the queen's not here anymore, let's go find a queen, and let's go find the queen and put her back into Takumi, and that could have been it there. Why they didn't want to have possessed Koishika, I don't know. Maybe because they somehow learned about the whole loop thing, and they're like, Takumi experiences these loops, so he needs to be the one with it, maybe. So that's not a big deal if that doesn't get solved. But the one thing I'm very curious about is if we will learn about this being Futurum and Earth or not. And not Earth. And learning I feel like we will at least learn that this is not Earth. Will we learn that we are clones? I don't know. That might be a thing too, where one of the endings is like, we might learn that it's Futurum, and then no matter what, the rest of the endings will learn that. But one of the endings might be we learn the truth of our characters, and we go from there. I don't know. That's the only thing I'm very curious about, if we learn that on this route or not, which I kind of hope we do. Because if we don't, I'll have some feelings about that, and I'll talk about that later. But yeah, guys, let me know how you feel about everything that happened. But yeah, the next part, like I said, the next part could very well be the finale of this game. And I will still do one more special part. And I think it's what? It'll be part 125, I think is the next part. Because 123 is this. I think this is 124. So 125 would be the final part, if it's the final part next time. If not, we'll see. But now I think we're not going to get to, part 130. Yeah, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it when we get there, so yeah. And as always, guys, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss a beat. And subscribe to our main channel, too. That's in the description below. As well as follow me on Twitter. Both my main Twitter, the RBG Kid Twitter, are in there, too. Thank you all so much for watching once again. And I'll see you all next time.